Welcome to Earth 2 Comic Cast, where superheroes exist and comic book talk is the norm. It's your boy MoeCrosby. I'm back this week with a book report for you guys, and this week's book report is on Dark Knight's Metal number 3. So sit back, buckle up, and as always,
welcome to the planet.
As much as I love this issue, Dark Knight's Metal number 3, I feel like it's a slow burn issue. So it's something that's going to probably require a couple more reads, like it did for myself. I did do a couple more reads for it, and I'm imploring you guys to do a couple more reads for it also. But from what I read and what I understood, I'm gonna break it down a little bit for you guys. So first things first is we have to understand from where we left off in, I think, Dark Knight's Metal number 1. It was number 1. The Trinity's been taken out. Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. Batman has been drawn into the dark multiverse, and so that the Dark Knights could come through. And Superman and Wonder Woman have been incapacitated by Barbados. So Barbados right now is running amok in the world, and Superman and Wonder Woman are in a dream. And in this dream state, they see that they fought a war and they won and they defeated the forces of evil. But somehow, Batman says his this word to them, carpe diem, and at first we look at those words and we don't understand it, but when we read through, we finally understand what it means and why in this issue is going to be something really prevalent to Superman. Somehow we understand now they're in a dream phase, they're in a dream state. Wonder Woman uses the lasso of truth to wake Superman up. They're going through Metropolis. They're seeing the devastation that Barbados and the Dark Knights have wrought on our world, on our universe, on our Earth, and that might purge into our multiverse. And so Superman is like, what do we have to do? What can we do? How are we going to defeat him? Wonder Woman's trying to tell him that, look, we've tried this before. You're weak. I'm weak. We can't. We really need a plan. We need to come up with a plan. Of course, Superman notices Jimmy and Lois have been infected by the Doomsday virus. We're going to get to that in a little bit. And so at this point, he's lost it. He asks where Barbados is. Wonder Woman tells him. He zooms to Gotham City, where he's met by the Man Who Laughs and the other Batman. And they defeat, they pretty much knock him out. And we get introduced to Devastator. Devastator is a cross between Doomsday and Batman. And it's something where there's a Doomsday virus. Batman was messing with it. His origin was pretty much explained. So if you read it, you understand his origin in that one. So that's what happens to Batman, to Superman, while he's about to get killed. Flash and Dr. Fate step in, save Superman, and bring him to the Oblivion Bar. In this, we get a lot of cameos and a lot of Easter eggs for what's to come. And we get and we come up with a war plan pretty much. How are we going to defeat Barbados, or how what's been happening? Superman catches up with everyone. Everyone is telling Superman, look, man, we've dealt with all the Dark Knights, and from our various battles. Coast City's been taken over by darkness. Central City, the Red Death has this speed force that kills people as soon as you touch it. Everyone has battle scars except Superman. Superman doesn't really have battle scars because he's been gone. And so we all get to play catch up. And we finally, find the question from the Gotham Resistance is, how can we defeat them? And Green Arrow drops an nth metal arrow, and it's like, this is what's going to kill them. This is what's going to hurt them. Apparently, we don't have any more nth metal left because the Hawkmen have, destroyed most of the nth metal. And so Dr. Fate is like, according to Mr. Steele's hammer, it's like a compass. And then with that's nth metal right there. Is Steele's hammer. Cyborg, which isn't there, but the housing, the casing that's housing Plastic Man, also is made of nth metal, and Plastic Man is vibrating, and what he's doing is vibrating some coordinates, and these coordinates is to places where there's it houses nth metal. Also, there's some stores of nth metal left. One is in space somewhere. One is in the bottom of Atlantis. There was one somewhere else, and then there's one in the dark multiverse. One is in the middle and one is in the dark multiverse, or something. He vibrated something in the dark multiverse, I believe. And this is where Superman believes that is Batman. Even Dick agrees with him that that's Batman. And Superman is like, we need to go save him. Dick is like, I know that that's Batman, and we probably should, but let's not. Let's deal with what's going on here. He would want us to deal with what's going on here. Damien attacks him. Is like, nah, that's my dad. How can you say that? You never loved him. X, Y, and Z. And it's really unfortunate because at this point we've come to see that while they are family, they are gonna fight and they're gonna disagree with each other. Damien and Dick. Superman says, "Look, at the end of the day, I know Batman was calling out to me, and this is why. We all have codes. Batman set our code. Myself, Wonder Woman, and Batman, we came up with codes. If any one of us is in trouble, we say first initials of each other's actual names, and he set ours, CD, Carpe Diem, and that's why we should go, and that's why I should go." And Superman volunteers to go. So with Steel and I forgot. Deathstroke is in this. Deathstroke has nth metal in his suit, and yeah, so he's in this. He's part of the squad now. So this is just a really really big issue. And again, it's a really it's a reader. It's not a lot of action. It's a reader. It's one thing. You can't miss anything that's going on in this issue. I'm gonna tell you that. So don't, when you're reading it, or if you haven't read it, or if you've read it, go back again after watching this video and try to find out what I missed and try to find out what you missed. Because at the end of this book, you find out something really crazy. The Dark Knights break into the bar. Everyone splits to go on their various missions. The other one is in Themyscira. Yes, so that's where Wonder Woman is gonna go help retrieve that one. Aquaman is gonna help retrieve the one in the bottom of Atlantis, and the one in space, Green Lantern, is gonna help retrieve that one. And that's the teams of people retrieving Earth metal. In addition to the teams of Superman, Steel, and Flash going to help save Batman. They finally make it because Superman explains how he's going to do it with using the anti-monitors antenna and the Phantom Zone projector. He's going to kind of meld them both and go in there and go try to see if he can pull Batman out. He thinks it's working. He thinks it's not a trap, but obviously we all know this is the third issue. Come on now, we had 3 more to go. This is definitely a trap. But the twist is, where we thought Batman was the key, this is why I said you need to pay attention. Superman is the key. Superman is the one who's going to power the generators to bring darkness into our world. And Barbados and the Man Who Laughs played it right, and they all played it well, and now Superman is stuck there. We get another issue next. Look, it's going to be a long, it's going to be a long one. But all the tie-ins are here to keep us, into this series. I'm loving everything I've read. I love this book. Again, the fact that it was a slow burn and it was a reader didn't bother me. I hope it didn't bother you too. Let me know about that in the comment section. Let me know if you've read it, what you thought about it. Let me know if you haven't read it. What do you think? If you haven't read it, I hope I didn't spoil anything for you, but I will make sure that to let you know that, again, this was a review and a recap. So a review and a recap means I am going to recap most of it, and I'm going to review it at the end. I loved it. I thought this was a very, very good book. It was a very, very good read. It helped. It helped kind of bridge everything. I wish, in a way, I wish we got all the tie-ins, all the the Dark Knights tie-ins. The Man Who Laughs, the Drowned, Devastator, Cyborg version Batman, and even like Green Lantern, Dawnbreaker Batman. I wish we got all of that before we read this one, because then we would have gotten all the stories of how all the everyone fared. Because in a way, this kind of gives you a time jump to seeing Aquaman in battle mode. He's been defeated by probably the Batman the Drowned, and of course we've met the Red Death, and we've met Dawnbreaker. We've also met Cyborg version. We don't know what about Devastator. But we know that Metropolis has been taken over, and I wish we got all those before this. But again, that's only because of the time jump that this kind of shows. Other than that, I loved it. I loved how, again, Superman and Batman have this relationship, and it showed in this one. Like, they have a bond that we saw Barry and Batman's bond in The Button, but now we're seeing Batman and Superman's bond that should be even stronger in this one, and why Superman felt the need to save Batman. I really loved it, and again, this was one that I felt put Superman in the forefront, because this whole series has kind of like had him. Again, we haven't really seen Superman in this whole series again, because he was gone for the majority of it, for the beginning parts of it. But yeah, he's back, and he is the key. So I want to see how it ends. I'm gonna keep doing these book reports for you guys, so stay tuned for as many as they drop. I should do a Batman the Drowned one, or whatever tie-in comes after, because the one that came after Dawnbreaker, I want to do whatever comes after that. So thank you guys for watching these videos. Again, Hit us up on our social media, Earth2 Comic Cast, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm posting a lot of the pictures from Comic-Con, and I'm also going to be posting when we're going to be throwing up those video interviews from Comic-Con up there. Vito and I are going to be doing our podcast to come out on Monday for our Comic-Con experience, and after that, we're going to be throwing out all the interviews, all the audio interviews we had from Comic-Con on the podcast. So it's a lot coming up that we're going to be using social media to show you guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. It's been real. I keep doing this for you. I want to keep doing this for you guys. So please keep supporting. Please keep watching. And as always, go fill your own boxes.